Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your
Girls on me, girls on me, on the day where the girls are. This is how your night should be.
I saved what I think is going to be the most difficult video for me to talk about out of this whole My Best series. I saved it for last, and it is my best body. And the reason I saved this video for last is because with a lot of the previous videos, like when it came to my hair and my skin and those like smaller aspects of my life, I can say that I've learned those things, ed past tense, right? Like I've experienced them and I've learned from those experiences. But when it comes to my body, my physique, and I guess with like being plus size, it comes the concern for health. That is something that I'm still currently learning. So I have a little slip of paper here that I wrote some stuff down on, just so that I can make sure I touch on everything. So I'm going to start from my background. As a child, as a regular sized child, there was nothing special, I guess. I was a normal size. I was like average weight for my age and height. And so that was just that. But somewhere between first and second grade, something happened. I don't know what. I asked my mom. I asked if something traumatic happened, then I just started eating more. I have no idea. But between being a regular size, regular age and weight, I mean, not age and weight, but height and weight for my age from birth to the first grade, and then between first and second grade, something happened. And in the sixth grade, my physical education teacher, we were doing this weigh-in for health or something like that. And at that point, sixth grade, I knew I was a bit bigger than all of the other people in my class. But it wasn't until it was my turn to get on the scale and I looked down and the number was 200 pounds in the sixth grade that I realized, okay, like this could be a problem in the future. And so between the sixth grade, which I was 12 and 200 pounds, to now being 26, over the span of the past 14 years, my weight has fluctuated from going under the 200 pound mark to at a point in my life going over the 300 pound mark. So I've fluctuated, and over the past 14 years gained at one point and lost at another point. How much was it? About 120 pounds. Realizing in the sixth grade that was the number on the scale, and I guess the number on the scale had some kind of importance. I have been struggling with not necessarily coming to terms, but I've been struggling with my best self or my best body. At this current point in time, I have no health issues. My blood pressure is fine. My blood pressure is normal. It's perfect. My cholesterol is normal. The only thing I might need to get a bit more vitamin D, but it's the sun. It's out and it's popping today. I take multivitamins. I work out 4 times a week. And that's now, like that's what I do now. But in the past, it hasn't always been so. And so, like I said, the reason that this video is a bit tougher for me to discuss is because I've learned to accept all of my other aspects. I've learned to accept that this is my skin, and even though I am working to clear it, I already know what works. Like I know what I can use. I know what I get results from. With my hair and bleaching it and coloring it and doing styles, I know the styles that this length hair can achieve. I know how to return my hair to health after I've bleached it. I know these things. I have the tools. I know the tricks, and I can fix this. In the next year, I can cut all this bleach hair off, and I know how to grow my hair back to this exact same length. I have the tips. I know the tricks. Those are things that are already in my arsenal. Those are things that I have learned. But when it comes to my physical, my body, I am every single day learning that sometimes it's just not as easy. It's just not the same. I know everybody that has extra weight on their body wishes it was as easy to lose that weight as it is to gain it, but it's just not. So what I've been doing to, I guess, regain control over my body and my physical aspects is that I wanted to try to lose 25 pounds throughout the course of the entire year. This is not like a 1 month thing, a 2 month thing, but I've given myself a full year to reach that goal and surpass it. And to do that, I've cleaned up my eating, which hasn't really been difficult, My issue is just that I have an extreme sweet tooth. I love desserts. I love candy. I love chocolate. If it's sweet, I will take it. And cleaning up my diet just means regulating more of that aspect. I do not have a problem eating fruits and vegetables. I eat my full servings of fruits, vegetables throughout the day extremely easily. I am still using protein shakes, so that assists me with hitting my protein goals. There's the sweat. It's hot. And like, eating clean is not an issue. There's no vegetable that I hate, and the only fruit that I do not like is grapefruit. So I'm fairly easy to please when it comes to like eating my fruits and vegetables. And the only protein that I will not eat, I believe, is like tuna. I do not like tuna fish. And I don't eat pork. Like, I choose not to eat red meat. I choose not to eat steak. I choose to only eat the breast of the chicken. I choose to eat turkey. Like, those are choices that I made for my health, like to better myself. So when I say like I've cleaned up my eating, I've just chosen to attempt to regulate the amount of sweets that I incorporate in my diet. I've chosen to restrict myself when it comes to that aspect of my diet, of my change. And the reason that I was so quick to say that I restrict those aspects of my lifestyle and not my diet is because what I'm changing and incorporating and doing is something that I intend to carry out throughout my life. And it's not a diet. I feel like diets are short, diets are fads, diets are do this for 6 weeks and get this result. Diets are extremely restrictive, and diets I don't think are healthy. I don't think they work for the long term. I don't think they're good for mental health. And I feel like diets actually threw me back a lot, because I would do this one thing for this set amount of time and I would see this change, and I would just go back to what I was doing previously, and I would lose the change in 2 days when it took me 6 weeks to achieve it. And so I think the idea of saying that this journey that I'm on is a lifestyle change, is not a diet, has done a lot for me mentally as well. In addition to my clean eating, I'm just learning that I can't put restrictions or limitations on my body. And the reason I say that is because when I first started this fitness thing, this lifestyle change, I would always say like, I can't do push-ups. Like, there's no way my arms can push my body up, even in a woman's push-up position. Like, I always just said, like, I can't do push-ups, or I can't do lunges. My body can't keep its equilibrium because of its size if my legs are staggered and I'm trying to do this up and down motion. And just honestly, recently, I would say since my birthday, so March, I've realized that I shouldn't be putting these verbal restrictions on my body, because my body continues to surprise me every single day. In March, I could not do 5 woman push-ups in a row. And if I could do the 5, like, that was it. I could not take a 2-minute break and come back. I just couldn't. My arms couldn't do it. And just as simple as today, I did 5 woman push-ups, took a 5-second break, did 4, took a 5-second break, did 3, took a 5-second break, did 2, took a 5-second break, did 1. And I repeated that 3 times. And that blew my mind, because in March, I never would have like even pushed myself to see if I could do that. But now, like, I'm doing it. I'm doing drop sets, 5 push-ups, women push-ups, and I'm doing it in 3 sets. And so, like, I'm learning every day. Like, I can't restrict myself. I have to understand that my body is continuously changing, and each day that I continue to work out and try to eat better and be better for myself and for my health is another day that I've given my body, like, strength. I've given myself the ability to do more, to live longer, to live healthier. And then another thing that I've just had to do, and I've had to teach myself, because I was the type of person, when I was on a diet, if I fell off the next day, I was the worst to myself. Like, I would say, you ate 2 pieces of pizza yesterday, sis, so guess what? You're not gonna have breakfast today. And you're gonna eat fruits and vegetables, and you're gonna restrict. Like, I was very, very restrictive of myself, which is another reason why I had to stop counting calories. That for me was not mentally healthy. It was not helping my mental health at all. Because with counting calories, every time I started, I would prepare my meal, eat it, and then put it into my fitness pal to track it. And I was like, oh crap, like, this meal has a lot of calories, which it was good because it opened my eyes to like portion size and like certain things that I was eating were higher in calories, so that I can't eat a full serving of this, maybe a fourth of a serving, and then add something else that's less calories. But it always started with me eating and then putting it into Fitness Pal. And then after realizing like, okay, this is a lot of calories, I would then take my ingredients out and put them in Fitness Pal and see based on the calories like what I could actually eat. So if I took all this stuff out and putting in a Fitness Pal, it came up to like 700 calories, I would be like, okay, no, this has to go back, this has to go back, this has to go back. And what that causes is like, you get a smaller calorie meal, you get like, you could take it down to 400, 500 calories, but it's less. And because that number of calorie intake a day became so important to me, it got to the point where I would plan what I would eat the night before. And so I would put it in Fitness Pal and I would make sure all the numbers were good, and I would just do it everything to a T, like to be at the perfect calorie deficit for weight loss. And I would do that, and it would get to the point where I would follow what I put in Fitness Pal in the day, but the second the sun sets and I was out of calories, I couldn't eat anything else, I would binge. And then the next day I would be like, okay, you fell off, so you don't get to eat this meal today, you get one meal today, you get 500 calories today. And it just was not healthy. And I am 100%, I'm like so grateful that I found this out myself, that it's not healthy, and I was able to break myself out of the habit. So what I do now, I do still time to time use my Fitness Pal, but I'm very aware, very conscious of what I eat and how much I eat, how much of it I eat. And I try to include a fruit and a vegetable in every single meal, and I eat smaller portions of carbs, so like pasta, rice, bread, that kind of thing. I do still eat it because I love bread, but it's all about moderation. People used to tell me that all the time and I freaking hated it, but that's a fact of life. It's just everything in moderation. Restricting my liquid calories, because so much of my caloric intake was just from drinks alone, be it like coffee, hot chocolate, lemonade, Kool-Aid, apple juice, orange juice, like even fruit juices were taking up a lot of my daily caloric intake. And so just regulating all of that and increasing my water intake versus decreasing my everything else intake, all of my other liquid intakes. And so it's just making up my mind that this is the lifestyle change that I want. I want to have a healthy, long life, and I want to be happy with my body. I want to have my best body and my best physique and just take the best care of myself. And so all of these things put together just made the perfect little nest egg for me to come to terms with the fact that like I have to make a change. If I 100% believe that if I had kept going in the way that I was going, I would have had a shortened life, and that's not what I want. So like I said, every day I just work harder and smarter so that I get to where I want to be. I am learning to be gentle with myself and to be kind with myself, because this is my only body. Like, I can't run her into the ground. That's me. That'll be the end of me. So I'm learning that, you know, I got to be gentle with myself, and I have to take the time. I can't expect results overnight. The get skinny quick things just won't work. I have to be gentle on my body, because at the end of the day, no, regardless of how much I weighed from I was 12 years old and weighed 200 pounds to years ago when I weighed, I think my highest is like 320 pounds. My body was always there for me. My legs never had a problem carrying me. My arms never had a problem pushing me up. My abs never had a problem with helping me sit up, or my core never had a problem with helping me sit up. And so my body has always worked for me. I was never incapacitated, or I was never held down or weighed down, or I never felt like I was held captive by my body. So it's just, she never let me down and she never gave up on me. So I have no right to give up on her. I don't have the right to. So yeah, that was it. And this, I feel like that goes for everybody. Be gentle with yourself. Yeah, some days are difficult. Some days it's just you don't want to look in the mirror. You don't want to get dressed up. You don't want to see what other people see. But you kind of have to open your eyes to the reality of the fact that that is you. And if you have a problem with what you see, you have to work towards it, whether that is by exercising and eating right for years on end to get to where you want to be, or if that's saving up your money to get a surgery that's gonna give you the result that you wanted. You have to, I guess, wake up and smell the coffee, but also be gentle with yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't talk down to yourself. Don't demean yourself. Don't give yourself depression, honestly, because at the end of all of that, this is still going to be your body. You're still going to have the same body. You can't, there's no such thing as a body transplant. It's the one you have is the one you have. So be gentle with it, take care of it, and learn to love it. Because I am 100% still learning to love my body. I'm on the road. I'm still learning. This is not something that I've learned. This is not in my arsenal. This is something that I get a new surprise from it every single day. And I get pains from it every single day. And I work it every single day. And I just try to be a bit better to it every single day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a doozy. It was a tough one for me to record, but I did it because I had to be true to myself. So if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.